Visuals open on a flickering candle illuminating a dusty, ancient scroll. Whispers and coughs echo in the background. History is rife with tales of conquerors and empires, of rising and falling civilizations. From the grand pyramids of Egypt to the sprawling Roman Empire, human history is a tapestry woven with the threads of ambition, power, and conquest. We often celebrate the heroes and lament the fallen, recounting the stories of great battles and legendary leaders. But these visible markers of history are only part of the story. But lurking in the shadows, a silent, invisible enemy has shaped our destiny far more than any sword or cannon. This enemy has no face, no flag, and no army, yet it has waged wars that have left indelible marks on the pages of history. It is an adversary that strikes without warning, often leaving devastation in its wake before anyone even realizes it has arrived. This is the story of the deadliest bacteria in human history, a microscopic terror that has decimated populations and rewritten the course of human evolution. These tiny organisms, invisible to the naked eye, have been responsible for some of the most catastrophic events in human history. From the Black Death that swept through Europe in the 14th century to the cholera outbreaks that ravaged cities, bacteria have been relentless in their assault on humanity. Forget the romanticized battles of the past. The clashing of swords and the thunder of cannons may capture our imagination, but the true battles that have shaped our world were fought on a much smaller scale. The real wars were fought on a cellular level. Within our bodies, a constant struggle takes place, a microscopic battlefield where our immune cells wage war against invading bacteria. This unseen conflict has determined the fate of countless lives, often tipping the scales of history in unexpected ways. Imagine a world where a simple scratch could be a death sentence, where entire villages vanished overnight, consumed by an unseen force. This wasn't fantasy. In the medieval period, the threat of bacterial infections was a daily reality. Without the knowledge of germs and the benefits of modern medicine, people were at the mercy of these invisible killers. A minor wound could fester and lead to a slow, agonizing death. Entire communities could be wiped out by an outbreak, leaving behind ghost towns and a legacy of fear. This was the reality faced by our ancestors, stalked by an enemy they couldn't comprehend. The sight of plague doctors in their eerie masks, the desperate attempts to treat the sick with rudimentary methods, and the pervasive sense of dread were all part of life in a world where bacteria reigned supreme. These microscopic foes have not only shaped our past, but continue to influence our present and future, reminding us of the delicate balance between life and death. We'll journey back to the dawn of humanity, uncovering the ancient plagues that ravaged early civilizations. We'll explore the bubonic plague, the Black Death, that swept through medieval Europe, leaving mountains of corpses in its wake. Imagine the terror, the despair, as loved ones succumbed to agonizing symptoms, their bodies covered in grotesque boils. But the story doesn't end there. Throughout history, humanity has faced numerous threats from unseen enemies. From the Black Plague that decimated populations in the Middle Ages to the Spanish flu that swept across the globe in the early 20th century, we have always battled against microscopic foes. Even in our modern age, with all our scientific advancements, the threat remains. Despite the leaps and bounds we've made in medical science, new challenges continue to emerge. Our cities may be more advanced, our technology more sophisticated, but the battle against disease is far from over. Antibiotic resistance is on the rise, giving birth to superbugs, bacteria that have evolved to withstand even our most potent medications. These superbugs are not just a distant threat. They are here now, challenging our healthcare systems and endangering lives. Bacteria impervious to our most potent weapons. The overuse and misuse of antibiotics have accelerated this process, making it harder and harder to treat common infections. What was once easily curable with a simple course of antibiotics now requires more complex and often less effective treatments. We are in a race against time, a desperate struggle to stay ahead of these evolving microscopic killers. Every second counts as researchers and scientists work tirelessly to develop new treatments and strategies to combat these resilient bacteria. A desperate struggle to stay ahead of these evolving microscopic killers. The future of our health depends on our ability to innovate and adapt. As we continue to push the boundaries of science, we must remain vigilant, always ready to face the next challenge that comes our way. Are we prepared for the next pandemic? The question looms large as we navigate a world still reeling from recent viral outbreaks. The lessons learned from COVID-19 have shown us the importance of vigilance, preparedness, and rapid response. But what about bacterial threats? Are we equally prepared to face them? Could a new, even deadlier bacteria emerge from the shadows, threatening to undo centuries of progress? The possibility is not just a figment of science fiction. Bacteria have been evolving for billions of years, developing resistance to antibiotics and other treatments. The rise of superbugs, resistant to multiple drugs, is a clear and present danger. The answer, chillingly, is uncertain. While we have made significant strides in medical science, the adaptability of bacteria means that the threat is always evolving. Healthcare systems around the world are under constant pressure to keep up with these changes, but resources are often stretched thin. The battle against these invisible foes is far from over. Researchers are tirelessly working to develop new antibiotics, vaccines, and treatments. Innovations in technology, such as CRISPR and AI, offer new hope in the fight against bacterial infections. However, the pace of scientific discovery must match the rapid evolution of these microorganisms. It's a war that has been waged for millennia, and one that will continue to shape the future of humanity. From the Black Death to modern-day MRSA, bacterial threats have always been a part of our history. As we look to the future, the key to overcoming these challenges lies in global cooperation, continuous research, and unwavering vigilance. The future of bacterial threats is uncertain, but with determination and innovation, we can hope to stay one step ahead. We must learn from the past, confront the present, and prepare for the unknown. The survival of our species may depend on it.
Thanks for your watching. Please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for more interesting videos next time.